Okay, so if I lost absolutely everything tomorrow, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my brand deals, my income, I wouldn't have to worry, because the one thing that I would still have is my network, my relationships, and my friendship circle. Today's video, I want to talk about why your friend zone is literally the most important thing in your life. So I'm sure you've all heard of the cliche quote, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself. And for me, this is literally so important. This is what has absolutely changed my life in every single way. Your network is literally a shortcut. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know and who knows you. This is something that I have done very, very well, and I didn't actually realize that I was doing it up until recently when I've been doing a little bit of reflecting, and I realized that my friendships, my network, my circle is the thing that has progressed me more than anything else in the world. So I want to give some real life examples of how my network, my friendships have absolutely changed my life. It all started when I made a video for free for Rob Lipsett. I went down to Dublin, I shot him a full day of content, I filmed a whole YouTube video for him, edited, gave him the final product, and Rob was over the moon with it. That then created a friendship with me and Rob. After that, Mike saw the video, and then Mike reached out to me and said, do you want to come and make videos for me? And that completely changed my life. And some more recent examples that have happened to me in the last year, my friendship circle has grown so much, but with such amazing people. So when I left Ibiza, I moved to Madrid. I didn't have any friends in Madrid, so I started a run club. I then met a guy called Ronaldo, Luisito, and Freak. These 3 guys were my only friends that I had in Madrid. Ronaldo ended up becoming my best friend. We'd spend every single day together. We'd go shoot content together. We'd go to the gym together. We'd go for runs together. And Ronaldo was kind of my key component to me changing my life. He was my accountability partner. We didn't go out drinking. We didn't go out partying. We were literally obsessed with I did daily vlogs on YouTube at the time. Ronaldo helped me film all of them. And so having that friend who I would never have met, the only reason I met Ronaldo was because I hosted a run club in Madrid. And because of that run club in Madrid, my friend Luis, now, he was working a full-time job in Madrid, doing something that he didn't really enjoy. And now he has his own run club in Madrid, inspired by what I started. He saw the potential, and now he's sponsored by Lululemon. He's got all these crazy brand deals going for his run club, and it's literally his life. Another guy, Freak, used to come to the run club. He now has one of the biggest pages on Instagram. It's called We Think Deeply. He's absolutely smashing it, and he's also returned the favor and helped me in various ways. He's done guest speaking in my community. So this is just like 3 guys that I met in Madrid when I had no friends. Then, if we go a little bit further, I went to Bali. Joel, one of my best friends, he helped me set up the Creator Club membership scheme that we've got going now, which completely changed my life. And then if we go down into the Bali Run Club, I then had Oscar, I had Fernando. Oscar, literally, when I was doing 75 hard, woke up with me every single day at 6 a.m. We went for our run, we went for coffee, we went to the gym. Oscar was my accountability partner. He helped me build in the time when I really needed someone to hold me accountable. Fernando has helped me with the Creator Club. He's helped me with so many different things. These are people that I met from my run club in Bali. And then if I go down the list even more, I've got so many good friends who have just continued to help me, continued to support me. I've now got Kane and Josh who help me with the Creator Club. Kane does the systems, the back end of the Creator Club. Josh does all the finances, he organizes the trips. And I would never have met these people if I hadn't have put myself out there. So putting yourself out there opens the door and allows new people to come in. And if you go to run clubs, if you go to the nice gyms in Bali, go in the sauna, start conversations, if you go to networking events, if you go to masterminds, you'll meet high frequency, high level people, because they're the people who are willing to wake up at 6 a.m. and go for a run in Bali whilst everyone else is doing God knows what, having a fun time, having a vacation. So these are like-minded people who want to get better, who want to get fitter, who want to get stronger, and who want to grow their business, their mindset. So putting yourself out there, which is what I've done. I literally will just rock up to a random place. I'll post on my Instagram story. I'm hosting a run club. I'm going to the gym. Who wants to join? And allowing these people to come into my life by putting out good energy. People see my stories. They've seen me on Instagram for 5 or 6 years, and they finally are like, oh, I'm going to get to meet Louis. Again, I'm not saying that I'm this big, important person, but they've watched me for so long, and then they come and meet me, and then we become friends in the run club. And then this is where I'm going to get deep into the video, is how we all end up helping each other, because we all want similar things. We all want to work online. We all want to live freely. We all want to travel the world. We all want to spend time together and have deep and meaningful conversations. And this is what's so important about your friendship circle and about your network. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're trying to network or trying to make friendships is they go into these friendships wanting something from whoever the person is that they're kind of targeting. And this is a big, big red flag, because people who are successful, people who are social, will realize when someone is using you to get something from you. So friendships, relationships, love life, work relationships, it's all transactional. But you have to make sure that the transaction is even. So whenever I was going into these relationships, originally with Rob, Mike, Matt Does Fitness, Gymshark, all the big brands that I've worked with, it was always a value exchange. And I always made sure to over deliver. I made sure to ask them, what do they need from me? How can I help you? And that's one of the most important things. And you have to do this and be genuine about it. You can't go in thinking, I'm going to do this for this person, then they're going to repay me by doing this. You have to not think like that at all. So when I look back on all the relationships, all my strong relationships that I've created, I always went in with an offer. I offered my value. I offered my service. I looked at their business or their life, and I saw where maybe they were struggling, where maybe they could need help. And then I offered a solution. I offered my service. I offered my skill set to help them. And I was never ever looking for anything in return in the beginning. I just wanted to do it because I wanted to help people. And I knew that long term, this is a relationship. I want to be friends with this person. I want to be surrounded by these people. So what can I do to make their lives better? How can I help them? How can I improve their lives? And this is one of the most important things. I personally believe in good karma, and I feel like what goes around comes around. So if you give out good energy, good work, put yourself out to the world in a good, high vibrational way, eventually, later down the line, it will come back and it will bless your life. You will get so many returns because you have put out good into the world. And by the way, this might take a few years. It might take months. It might take a year. It might take a few years. But eventually, everyone will come back and repay you for all the good work you've done for them, for all the help. People do not forget when you've helped them, whenever you've helped them, no matter what it is, even if it's just a phone call for a friend who's struggling, if it's a business idea, if it's a different way of thinking for their content or their business, or some way that you can possibly help them. People do not forget. So this is really, really important. And now that I have the Creator Club, for example, my online community, all of my guest speakers that speak on a monthly occasion, the biggest names in social media, in fitness, they come on and they talk to my community for an hour once every month, and they do it as a favor. I don't need to pay them. I don't need to offer them anything in return. And that's because when I first started my career with content, I was very lucky. I had this camera, I had this lens, I had the skill set of creating content. And I did it for all these guys for free, and then eventually very low prices. And now they're returning the favor back to me. They're helping me out because I helped them. And so it's just an exchange in value. And of course, it happened a little bit later down the line. But whenever I needed my friends, these people, Mike, Rob, Josh, Kane, Fernando, Oscar, Joel, they returned the favor back to me. And it makes my life so much easier. It helps me progress. It helps me in every single way. So this is how you have to think whenever you're going to meet new people, whenever you're going to an event, a mastermind, a run club, a networking event. You need to go in with an open mind, and you have to look at the people who are there, listen, be curious, ask questions, and figure out ways that you can help them. Because I'm sure if you just help enough people, eventually people will come back and start helping you. One of my very, very good friends, Jakey Boy, he's only 21. He lived with me last year for a month in Madrid. And Jake was doing everything for everyone. He was only 20 at the time. And he was helping me. He was helping 3 other people. He was managing their content. He was getting them brand deals. He was doing everything for everyone for free. And he was a little bit frustrated with himself, and he couldn't figure out, why am I not making any money? And again, he's only 20. He's 21 now. And Jake, recently, I was talking to him in London when Jake actually organized the London Marathon for me, got me the brand deal. So shout out to Jake. And his life has completely changed in the last 3 or 4 months. He moved to London. He's found some really good people that can help him in the industry that he's interested in, which is marketing and social media agencies and all of that stuff. And now Jake's making 10K a month. He went from making 2K a month, struggling, scratching his head, being a bit frustrated, feeling unfulfilled, and all it took was him to move to a bigger city, to be around the right people, and it completely changed his life in a matter of months. But by the way, this didn't just happen because he moved to London. This didn't just happen because he met the right people. It happened because Jake was doing so much for everyone else, and he wasn't getting immediate returns. But I told Jake, bro, just hang in there. You're so young. Stick at it. You're a good person. You've got a good heart. And if you keep doing this, I promise the exchange, the value will come back to you, and you will literally get everything that you've ever dreamed of. And literally already within 6 months to a year, it's happened to Jake. So Jake, you're a legend. I love you, bro. I'm so proud of you. and I'm so happy for you. So this exact same thing happened to me when I started videography, photography, content creation. I was helping a lot of people for free. Luckily, Mike was paying me, but I was still offering my services to a lot of people just to get the experience, just to get my name out there into the world, onto social media. And I remember being like overworked, overwhelmed. I had so much going on, sleepless nights, editing all night, grinding. And I used to think like, is this actually all worth it? Or why am I doing this? And literally, it didn't even take a year. It took 2 or 3 years until I started getting everything back, until I started receiving good from other people. Lots of amazing opportunities to travel the world, to work with the biggest brands, big paychecks. It all eventually came. But it took 2 or 3 years of me being patient, continuing to grind, continuing to help other people. This is the absolute key. Help people for free. Even the Creator Club now, we have 165 members. Most of the people that joined the Creator Club, I have already had a conversation with on Instagram 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. I remember when I used to go to the gym, I used to go on the Stairmaster every day for 30 minutes and I'd reply to every single DM. And I didn't have anything to sell at the time. I would just help people in the DMs with camera gear, equipment, where to find copyright-free music. And the reason I was helping people for free is because I was actually interested in having meaningful conversations with people about the stuff that I loved and cared so much about. And finally, when you're in a position where you're constantly around successful people, Bali's a good place because you go to the sauna, there's lots of people building their businesses, e-com, content creation, social media agencies, all of that stuff. Bali's like a little cheat code for networking, but when you're at these events, when you become friends with people like Rob, Mike, all these other guys, you realize that they're no different to me or you or whoever's watching this. We're all very similar. The only reason that they're successful is because they've put in the reps, they've put in the work, they've put in the hours, they've put in the years. And you realize that these people are not too different from us. They're maybe a few steps ahead, and that's why you can ask questions and you can be curious and you can learn so much from people who are just a few steps ahead of you in literally a few minutes, because you can ask them all the questions that you've always had in your head that no one could give you the answers other than the people that you look up to or who are in the position that you eventually want to get to. So that's why being around successful people will absolutely fast track your progress. That's why I personally believe paying for events like masterminds, meetups, events, like it is actually worth it because you're in the room with the people that you look up to. You're in the room with the people who are where you want to be, and you get to learn directly from them. It might be only over the course of 1 day, 2 days, 3 days if it's a full-on mastermind event, but you actually get to learn firsthand from the people, and any questions that immediately come into your mind, you can ask them and get the answer straight away. So masterminds, paying for that event, even if it costs 5K, paying for a mentor, you get direct access to the people who are in the position that you want to be in, and it's going to absolutely fast track your progress. And also, I watched a really good video from Dan Martell, and he said, if you want to work with someone, pitch how you'll improve their life or business. So if I wanted to work with someone, like someone who's in a position that I want to get into, or someone who really interests me and I want to work with them, the first thing I would do is I'd message them and tell them how I'm going to improve their life. What services, what am I going to offer that's going to make their life easier, that's going to save them time, that's going to save them money. So you have to pitch to them, you have to sell yourself. And also it's very important how you position yourself and how you approach these people, because very successful people, like Uncle Mike, for example, he has hundreds of people pitching to him every single day on Instagram, via email, on YouTube, saying they want to work with him, they want to be around him, they want to be in his circle. And the people who are already successful are very good at sniffing out the bullshitters. And it's very easy for someone to say, I can do this, this, and this. But if you've got no proof, if you've got no evidence, if you don't have a portfolio, if you don't have testimonials, for example, my Instagram would be where I used to pitch to people, because all of my work, all my best videos, all my best photos, and if I was offering content creation, people could directly see my message, go onto my profile, and then they'd be able to see exactly what I offer and what I can provide for them, and the quality of it too. That's very, very important. If you surround yourself with these like big thinkers, entrepreneurial people, successful people, you'll realize that a lot of the conversations that you have are very deep and meaningful. They're like brainstorming sessions on how we can all help each other in our businesses, what we've done right, what we've done wrong, biggest mistakes, biggest lessons, biggest little hacks, employing people, all of that type of thing. And for me now, one of the best things about having the Creator Club is I can literally, if I need to hire anyone, a website designer, an ad specialist, a video editor, a videographer, someone who can help me script my content, if I want to hire someone who is in real estate, if I want to hire someone who can get me discounts on travel or holidays, everyone is in my network in the Creator Club. So I can actually use the people in the Creator Club to help me in my life, in my business, not just in my business, but also in my personal life as well. So I can save money, I can get better experiences because of the people in my network. And also because they're in my network, I don't have to go through like a vetting process. I almost immediately trust them because they've been on my calls, we've talked lots before, they're in my network, I trust them, and I can see what type of person they are. So there is no kind of vetting process. I can see who these people are. I know them directly. Maybe we've only met on Zoom calls or whatever. Maybe we've met once before in life for an hour, but I can actually use the people who are in my network, who are close to me, who I can trust, and I can hire them. I don't have to go on Fiverr or Upwork to outsource anyone who can help with my business. And that's probably been one of the biggest things for me. I want to work with people who I actually like. I want people to help me build my business, who I actually have a good time with, who I can have a laugh with, who I can have a joke with, where it's not too serious. I'm not a serious person, so I don't like to do things like buy the business book with like fucking contracts and all of this shit. I don't like that. I don't work like that. I'm not a serious guy. So for me, having Josh and Kane from the Creator Club help me build the Creator Club, doing the things, fulfilling the roles that I'm not very good at. I'm not very good at systems and finances and all of that stuff. I'm good at the marketing. I'm good at being the face. I'm good at putting myself out there. I'm good at making content. So if I can hire my friends to help me build my business, it's even better. It's the most amazing thing in the world, and I'm so grateful for that. And this is, again, just why your network, why your friendship circle is so good. Anything that I could possibly need, I can literally go to any of my friends or anyone in the Creator Club, and I can get the help that I need throughout anything in life. And it could be mindset, it could be nutrition, it could be fitness, it could be high rocks training, it could be marathon training, it can be personal, it can be fitness, it can be health, it can be wealth, it can be relationships. I've got the whole network. So this is what the purpose of this video is to help you guys go out there, make real connections, meet real people. And again, especially now with AI can do a lot of these things, but I feel like people are really, as AI becomes more popular and everyone uses it more and more, people will actually be searching for real connections with real people where they can actually go and meet up, have a coffee, go for a workout, because everyone now is just on their laptop, grinding, working remotely, and they're not actually having like deep and meaningful conversations. They're not surrounded by people that they actually like and want to spend time with. So yeah, my best advice is put yourself out there, go and meet new people, offer your services, offer your skill set to people to help them improve their lives, to help them change their lives, to save them time, to save them money, and just to help them out. It's the number one thing. I did it for years. I'm now in a position where there's lots of people helping me out. I'm super grateful. And your friendship circle is the number one thing. It matters so much. So put yourself out there and see what happens. Also, another thing that's important that got me thinking, if I value my time, for example, at $100 an hour, but I can hire someone to complete a task for me that costs $25 an hour, maybe edit a video, edit a reel, it's worth me investing in those people for a smaller amount of money, because I save my money, I save my time, and my time right now is the most important thing. I have an endless list of tasks to do. So now I'm starting to outsource absolutely as much as I possibly can. And my focus is just sitting down in front of the camera and being present on social media. So I have 2 video editors. I have a podcast editor. Josh helps me organize the podcast guests. He helps me with all of the podcast stuff. Kane does all of the systems, the kind of marketing behind the scenes of the Creator Club. I've got, who else have I got? I've got Julie, who's my VA. She's like my virtual assistant, helps with almost everything. I've got so many people now that I hire in my team who help me free up my time. That's the most important thing to me now, is having more free time so I can create more content, so I can be in a better headspace to think of these videos and not overwhelmed with a million different things to do, which I'm probably not the best at doing. And if I can just pay someone a smaller amount than my hourly worth, it's so worth it to me, because I buy back my time. And if I have more time, I can create more videos, I can create more sales, and I can make more money. So it's literally so important. This is something that I've only learned now in the last year when I'm 31, 32. So think about that. It's very important. Hire a team, surround yourself with killers, and it will literally change your life. So final 2 closing points. If you've watched this video, if you've enjoyed it, and you want to work with someone and you want to help someone, you can see someone maybe on Instagram, maybe on YouTube, or someone personally that you could help, that you could add value to, reach out to them, send them a message, make them an offer. Tell them how you can help them. Tell them how you can improve their life, save them money, save them time. Second thing is, if you're building your business alone, don't do it alone. It's so boring, it's so tiresome, and it's so slow. If you're in a network, if you're in a community, if you've got good friends, you can ask them all the questions. People are already, especially in the community, in the Creator Club, online coaches. We have like 60 online coaches, all at different levels, and they all help each other level up. This is the key of working together. Being inside a network, being inside a community is you absolutely fast track your progress. So work with others, put yourself in a community, put yourself in a network, put yourself in a circle of people where you can build together. Don't do it alone. It's so boring, it's slow, and it's nowhere near as fun. And by the way, I know this firsthand because I've just spent the last 5 weeks in a beautiful Airbnb here in Montenegro with 5 of the Creator Club boys, and it's the most progress that I've ever made in my life, on my business, personally. And it's because we're all holding each other accountable. We set each other daily targets. I know for those people who aren't interested in business and stuff, this might seem a bit weird, but we set each other personal targets every single morning, and then at night, when we went for dinner, we'd ask each other if we had completed them and how we did it. And we just talked about business and work and life non-stop. We're sat around the table at a beach club on our laptops, grinding. And it's super inspiring. It's super motivating. And when everyone else in the room is working so hard and they're grinding and they're hustling, it inspires you to work harder and to do better as well and to push yourself. So if you want to be surrounded by great people, the best people in the world, in my opinion. We now have 165 members in the Creator Club, which is absolutely insane. And if you want to join, the price is like £120 a month. It's very, very cheap. And it will absolutely level you the fuck up because you're surrounded by the right people. But not only that, obviously, we have lots of video lessons, tutorials, masterclasses, all of that stuff within the community as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sort out your friendship circle, put yourself out there, help people for free, and watch what the universe gives back to you. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next one.